Electricity giant TransAlta is withholding all of their Alberta investment because of the Alberta climate policies. And the announcement is really a slow burn. Way back in October 2015, TransAlta announced that they were putting their brand new state-of-the-art Sundance 7 natural gas electricity generating plant west of Edmonton on hold. Sundance is on hold until the next decade. Now that's some pretty easy math, 4 years. Sundance is on hold until TransAlta knows the Alberta NDP are out of office. And TransAlta blamed the NDP climate policies. TransAlta CEO Don Farrell said at the time, "We need a clear government policy framework for gas. Simply moving greenhouse gas risk from coal to gas is not helpful to our shareholders." She went so far as to call Alberta a difficult operating environment. Well, that was bad. And we know TransAlta isn't the only company feeling this way, but it gets worse. Now TransAlta is withholding all Alberta investment, all of it. They are done with us for now. And they're blaming the NDP policies, in particular the cost of the NDP's ridiculous coal phase-out. TransAlta found out in November that all Alberta coal-fired plants would have to be shut down or become emissions-free by 2030 as part of the NDP's climate policies. And coal power companies are looking for compensation for the early shutdown of their often multi-billion-dollar facilities. And let's be real, Alberta is sitting on centuries worth of cheap, clean-burning Alberta coal. It's reliable and it provides jobs for Albertans. Developing countries would love to have our wealth of this resource, and here we are standing around worrying about the best way to leave it in the ground. It's just silliness. Electricity generators want to know how much money the government of Alberta will be paying to force them to phase out coal, and they have no clue. And neither does the government. There was supposed to be a negotiator in place by January. Now it's headed towards the end of February, and there is still no negotiator in place. And TransAlta has had it. TransAlta CEO Don Farrell is speaking out again. I quote, "We cannot make any major investment decisions in this market until we have more clarity around the policy environment and the policy recommendations turn into actual law and we know what the market is actually going to be like." Why would anyone invest in Alberta when the government can just change the game halfway through? But there is a secondary issue at play here. The NDP government is paying coal-fired power companies to end their use of coal. That money isn't magic. It comes from us. There is only one taxpayer. And outside estimates say this whole silly plan will cost Albertans upwards of $11 billion. Oh, and don't think they're done robbing you of what little cash you have left in your pocket. When they phased out coal in Ontario, the price of power skyrocketed to be some of the most expensive electricity in the country, jumping 77%. Over 100,000 Albertans are out of work. There is no help on the horizon. And we get kicked in the guts with a huge payout to power companies for a phase-out that doesn't need to happen. And then we can add to that a guaranteed power rate hike in our future. Thanks for nothing, NDP. Remember when Rachel Notley and the NDP claimed that their new climate change policy framework would be good for business? Well, Obama continues stonewalling Keystone. The federal Liberals won't support Energy East, and our power companies have absolutely had it with the NDP's reckless ideas. Like everything this NDP government touches, they turned our energy policy into a flaming garbage fire that no one wants anything to do with. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.